No, that is not exactly true, because we had consultations. We met in preparation, and then those who are entitled to elect the candidate met in the presence of Dr. and Dr. Unit here. And in that meeting, Sayana endorsed Dr. Yunus' appeal. Although I know later on he came up with a different point of view, but we did go through a consultation. What we aimed to do was to try to develop consensus. As much as possible, we try to develop consensus. Where that one failed, the Constitution has in it the issue of the primary, and then we merge with the candidate. So our first option is always, let us try to develop consensus. Where we cannot, the matter is put to those who are entitled to elect the choice of their candidates for that particular area. And in this particular instance, we did a district conference of OCAYA. And the candidates we imagine will be supported through and through.
Now, if you look previously, the candidate of NRM came number 2 after the late CECILA OGWAL. And there are some schools of thought that your current flag bearer cannot measure up to that competency to garner enough support for your party. How do you react to that?
I think that is speculation. All of that will be determined on voting day. And we're ready to see how best we can handle the election.
Honorable Jimmy.
Yes.
While paying tribute to the late Atat, you made so many attributes, and you clearly said, quote unquote, that she has left a very big legacy, not only for Lamu, but for the country. And it was also on record that UPC booted her out of Lira municipality. That's when you contested in 2006. Don't you have a conflicting loyalty, personal as Jimmy James Michael AKENA, and also as UPC, to field your candidate against her daughter, who has also shown interest for the same constituency?
No, at this stage, you're speculating as to who or how we're going to come up with a candidate. But we, like I mentioned, we have processes, and it is not against anybody that UPC feels the candidate. We're putting a candidate who is going to carry the aspirations of the people of that area, and that is why we go for election. It's not, I don't go into elections to compete or to against somebody, but it's for the support or to garner the aspirations and to deliver those aspirations to a logical conclusion. Now, in the honoring the late CECILA OGWAL, I think you can look at all the statements I mentioned, and we recognize the role she played in the period, especially up to the making of the Constitution, because she was the topmost leader in Uganda at that time. I mentioned it on the floor of Parliament. The UPC vice president was in prison for much of that time. When he came out, he passed away shortly thereafter. President was in exile in Zambia. Secretary General was first in Zambia, then moved to Zimbabwe. So at that stage, CECILA OGWAL played a very pivotal role in leading the struggle to restore multi-party democracy. Clearly, there's a point of a divergence of opinion or a divergence of approach, which happens in politics, and there are no apologies to make for that one. If somebody has a different opinion or a different approach, you choose the route you're going. But it does not mean that what you did previously was written off. You recognize what you did. But there was actually a divergence, and that divergence was real and ended up in what it was. It was not against the personality, it was a difference in opinion on approach of how to achieve the multi-party democracy. Now, later on, we had a very cordial relationship with the late CECILA, and before I went to DOKOO, we had a long meeting discussing the future of Uganda and how best we can approach it. So I see absolutely no contradiction in my approach and also the approach for how we're going to handle the politics right now.
Okay. My colleague, ROBINAH Joyce, also has a question for you.
Yes, my question is that, hello?
Yes. Yes.
There is a pending rumor that Dr. Rosemary is going to contest. Okay, I mean, as every party is trying to struggle to get Dr. Rosemary to contest under their party, there is also a rumor that UPC is amongst the parties that want Dr. Rosemary to take over their flag. How do you react to that?
Like I've told you, we have processes which determine our flag bearer. And we're going to follow those processes, and what will emerge is the candidate house. Like I mentioned, like when we handled OYAM, we first had consensus. Where we could not reach consensus, for OYAM, we reached on the level of consensus. Where we don't reach consensus, there is a process of how we determine a candidate. So I am not going to speculate the outcome of that process, but I think UPC know themselves, and they know how they're going to emerge. But this is something which falls upon the UPC leaders in DOKOO.
Okay.
My role as party president is, when I have a flag bearer, is to get on the ground, campaign for that flag bearer, and aim to deliver, which is what I intend to do.
Okay. Honorable Jimmy.
Yes.
I know as the party president, as a leader in this country, you are privy and have a sneak peek into the issues in DOKOO. Are there new approaches and aspirations, especially towards development, that you as a party envisage in DOKOO, or you simply going perhaps to add more numbers of UPC MPs in parliament?
No, we have distinct approaches of how we need to deal with the questions and some of the struggles which are going through as a sub-region, but also nationally. And those are going to be at the forefront.
Okay. We have seen in many past by-elections in this country, it's always marred by violence and rigging, and this was vividly seen in your altercations with your nephew, DR.TANGA. As a party, of course, in OYAM, you emerged victorious. How prepared are you this time around to ensure that you navigate through the murky waters?
I think we're more prepared than we were for OYAM. But what I said before the OYAM elections and what I like to say for DOKOO, let's have a free and fair election. We have a free and fair election. Whoever emerges winner takes the post, and we respect that person's victory. This thing of trying to undermine the voters or undermining the choice of the voters, I am not for it. And I want to put out a stern warning that it's not something which we are ready to accept. Let us have as much as it's possible free and fair elections across the board. If you have a good candidate, your candidate will come through. If your candidate does not come through, there may be reasons why the candidate is not coming through. But the process must be as smooth as possible, and the outcome must be something which everybody can respect. And that's what I aim for, and that's what I hope for. And that's what I said in OYAM. And obviously, what happened at the end of the day left a lot to be desired. But the same I will say, let the people of DOKOO choose their next woman MP in a free and fair environment.
Finally, Honorable Jimmy, much as the late Atat has been, winning with massive figures, there is this. It's said that DOKOO is predominantly NRM. Does this worry you as a party? And I know you have recently been DOKOO for your tour.
I would like to think NRM is more worried.
You think so?
I am very sure so.
All right, your final remarks to the people who are tuned on the radio.
I'm calling upon the members of Congress. Let us go through this process. We'll be seeking volunteers to assist. And let us have a clean, open campaign. And may the best woman win in this DOKOO by-election.
Thank you so much, Honorable Jimmy James Michael AKENA, for according us this opportunity to have you live on the radio. We really appreciate.
Thank you very much and have a nice day.
All right.